Oh, I had a crazy Monday last Monday, man. I was walking down Birmingham town, yeah, just taking in the sights, seeing what the haps were. And I bumped into none other than Jimmy Savile, that little Kingster pigeon. Now, we were going about, we went crazy. We passed a comment at a barber, we picked a pocket or two, we were going mad. Then, of course, he has a little wonder idea that we go to this brilliant party he's heard of. So we hopped on the old 50, we went down to that party, and I can tell you, it was awe-inspiring. It was like some huge, massive tent. It was so big, the moon was in there. You know, you could see the stars. It was awe-inspiring. And the people at that party, I'll tell you, Socrates was there. He was in the corner explaining something about triangles to some miners. There were like some Mussolini were there, Lord Hunter Kingsley, real A-list stars there. So we were just milling about trying to mingle, but that's when we realised something. This is where my story gets a bit grim, you see. We realised we didn't fit in with that lot. You know, they weren't looking on us with the eyes of a smiley sun. They were looking upon us like we're some kind of a toilet dish. So we trekked off home on the bus, man. Oh, it was awful. The atmosphere by now was pretty bad. It was like some kind of bitter jelly. I could have cut through it with a blunt spoon. Then, of course, Jimmy Savile has another brilliant idea. We commandeer this bus, go back there, show those toffs at the party what we, the British Siren Brigade, were made of. Yeah, it's pretty good that. We got some mail order hats from a catalogue we found in the disused bathroom. We got some traffic cones and everything. So we wielded that bus. We flicked the bus driver a sixpence for him to pop along in his penny farthing. We went down there. We went back to the party, that huge billowing tent. We crashed into it. It was crazy. It seemed to be full of helium or something. Because the pegs came loose. It floated away. It went into the sun and kaboom, cha! I can tell you, man. There were fireballs. It was like some kind of huge bumblebee up there, some kind of huge flaming majestic bumblebee. But anyway, you know, the resulting wreckage was pretty vast, as you can think. You know, old Todd Jones, he was up there, he was waving his gentry about like no one's business. He was covered in some kind of a thick, sticky residue. It was awful. We had to rent The Fifth Element on VHS. That caused effects, that made a train fall off a cliff. But anyway, we had to do something with all this wreckage, otherwise the old fuzz would get a bit suspicious about we were just hanging about some kind of huge amount of wreckage just lying about Birmingham town, you know. That would have been no good. So we turned it into an opium den. We put Lego all over the floor to stop people with incorrect footwear getting in. That was a success, as you can imagine. We filled the place with walnuts. We prized them all open with Fender Stratocasters. But that's when things went horribly wrong. Some kind of big Japanese babysitter slipped over, and Todd Jones came in, this time not waving about his gentry like a good little sister. He was wielding machete. We were terrified. He could have someone's eye out with that. He could have someone's standard body part out with that machete. It was huge. It's about the size of a joystick. Luckily, he tripped over a bit of Lego and fell on a marble and slipped into a well. We took a Polaroid of that and sent it to the president.